We exhibited at the Recruitment Agency Expo and spoke to people there about what's happening in finance and recruitment. This is part 2 of our mini-series on what we learned at the event. As we covered last time, there are challenges for SMEs right now. We also spoke to people about how the landscape has really shifted in the wake of COVID.
Post-COVID, everyone was having a record quarter, a record month. Results were off the scale. It was a bit of a false economy for me. Then 23, 24 comes, and it's been quite a torrid time in general for the recruitment world. Obviously, it's sector specific, and there are some buoyant markets.
We had that boom time after COVID. The outcome of that is a lot of recruiters really didn't have to work very hard to get work. You know, the world is not like that and wasn't like that last year. Like in any tough times in our industry, the tough times actually are when you can really hone your skills. I do think that it does create better recruiters and actually more thorough recruiters. Just keep going, which I think in recruitment we feel that message. Resilience. Yeah, resilience.
And on the topic of resilience, one thing that really struck me when doing these interviews was, despite the challenges, how much belief and optimism there is for the recruitment sector.
In the sector for over 20 years now, and you see the ups and downs, and there's definitely challenges there. But I think you only have to look at how busy the show is and the positive vibe there to see that the industry is definitely blooming. There's lots of challenges, but I think there's lots of solutions to those challenges as well.
It's an industry that's not going away. You tell me a sector that isn't going to have a form of recruitment, whether it's recruiting people to sell microphones, cameras, stands, coats, anything.
The recruitment market is one of the most important sectors in UK PLC. We had an awful lot of money from a revenue point of view, but we make a real change through businesses. Without the recruitment market, businesses cannot find, we know that's why we exist, cannot find the talent to perform their roles in whatever those may be. The NHS, which is the biggest employer in the country, cannot work without having access to agency nurses and locum doctors. And the whole of UK PLC needs us, as does the world. We export our expertise across the world, and we make a huge difference. So there's always going to be a market for the recruitment market, without question, whether it's on assignments, you're putting people out on assignments or state of work projects, whether it's a whole MSP RPO piece, whether it's perm recruitment, whether it's temp agency sector recruitment, whatever it may be, there is a huge place for the recruitment market. I do think the needs of our end user clients and candidates are changing, and that we need to change with those needs to make sure we're providing the right service at the right price with the right level of expertise. And as long as recruitment companies do that, there is absolutely a market for us out there.
That's it for part 2. In part 3, we'll be sharing advice for startups.